Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the HAS International Seminar Series. My name is Amir Hussein Musavi. I'm a Michigan Data Science Fellow at the University of Michigan. I'll be helping to organize this seminar series. I'm actually co-developing this with Dr. Reza Skandari from Imperial School of London. So the International Seminar Series will be happening every last Thursday of the month at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For each session, we're planning to have two presenters talking about healthcare challenges that could be actually interesting to the community in HAS. So we are mainly targeting graduate students and postdoctoral fellows who could bring their work and also share with others so we can actually share ideas and build a stronger network and community together. If any of you is interested to learn more about this seminar series, or if they want to actually register to be a presenter, you can scan the QR code on this page. So basically, you can reach to a Google form and you can fill out your information. And in case if you have any question, you can actually use the email addresses here to shoot us an email. We would be more than happy to answer your questions. Like I said, today we also have two presenters. We have Emmanuel from the University of, a recent MBA graduate from the University of Hampshire in New Hampshire. And the second presenter will be myself. So I'll pass it to Manuel. He can actually take it from there and just telling you what his presentation is going to be about. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah. Hello, Amir. Nice to be here. Good morning, everyone. And I'll be sharing my screen to run you through what I'll be presenting today. Mm, 1 minute. Okay. Da. Mm, All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
All right, perfect. So yeah, I'll be speaking on the role of low-code automation in healthcare. And this might be your first time hearing about the word low-code, which I'll be breaking down as well, and how automation also can be important in healthcare. So my name is Emmanuel Fagbenle, and I'll give you a brief intro about myself, what I do. Yeah. So yeah, my name is Emmanuel Fagbenle, and I recently graduated from University of New Hampshire, where I had my master's degree in business analytics, and I have 4+ years of experience in data, power platform, automation, building of apps, and the likes. And I've worked across few sectors, that's the insurance and healthcare. And I'm a big community lover. Maybe that's why I'm here today, trying to share my knowledge, learn from the community, learn from each other. And I hold few certifications in automation, analytics, and I just mentioned a few down here. That's PL 300, that's Power BI, and Fabrics as well. So yeah, what am I going to talk about today? So yeah, some of the problems within healthcare, I believe low-code automation can solve, and some literature as well. Like this is not something totally new. Some people have done research on this and see that low-code actually works and propose solution. And I'm also going to highlight some use cases as well. Some areas within healthcare delivery, I feel low-code automation can actually improve operations and key takeaways and then question and answers. So it's going to be a brief presentation. I'm not going to take too much of your time and let's dive into it. So yeah, there are different problems affecting healthcare. But I'm not going to list everything out today. I'm just going to list out the ones I feel low code and no code can improve. But before I dive deeper into this, like, yeah, some might be hearing the word low code for the first time and no code as well. So when you hear coding, the first thing that comes to your mind are like software developers, people that spent years in school or maybe years in boot camp to take training to learn coding. But with low code, you need little to no knowledge on coding to actually develop automation solutions for yourself. So you have a lot of operational bottlenecks, a lot of manual tasks, and trying to reach out to IT takes time. And a lot of these things can be done with low code and sometimes no code, that is drag and drop. You're just dragging something, dropping it, and you're building full-fledged applications to make your life easier. And also you have another issue is fragmented systems. So you have a lot of healthcare providers buying solutions from like third-party vendors, maybe by like 10, 20. Now that you're trying to aggregate your data from all these different vendor into one view, where you get like a bird eye view of what is my organization doing, what am I getting wrong. But because everything is fragmented, you can't have like a one bird eye view on everything. So that's one of the issues also believe low code can actually help solve as well. And also inequity and access barrier. So you have areas in like the rural community that don't have like so much financial backing. They don't have the money to buy the expensive, glossy cloud application platforms to help with their operations. And now they have to resort to manual operations, making everything more manual. And when it's manual, you don't get access to care faster. That's on the patient side. The patient are the ones that sort of suffer it as well because when it's manual, you get to wait long times to see your physicians, your doctor, your dentist, to mention a few. So yeah, a lot of research has already been done on low-code platforms and how it can actually benefit healthcare. Now, who researched on AI-driven low-code workflow automations, and it has been shown that it actually improves efficiency. Brian as well, also speaking about it improves efficiency as well. So the same keyword over and over, efficiency, it improves efficiency. And since this has been done, I think the next question that arises in me is like, yeah, we know low code automation improves efficiency, but like, why is it not being used almost everywhere? And I think that's maybe another line for research, more like, how can, how do I put it? How can these healthcare providers benefit from it? Or is it an awareness problem? They don't know they have access to all these low code automation tools at their hand, and they don't know they have access to this. And that's one of the issue I'm trying to dig deeper to solve. And you have healthcare leaders and also tech leaders as well speaking about low code platforms. For example, you see Kenneth from Microsoft saying with the right governance in place, low code platforms empower frontline staff to solve problems they understand best, while IT retains visibility and control. So I believe you understand your day-to-day problem more than anyone. So the frontline staff trying to automate a simple task. I want my line manager to approve two, three documents. I don't have to take the files and document directly to his office for him to sign. All these processes can be automated, and when they're automated, you save time. And as I said, it's low code to no code. It's just about drag and drop. And you have different low code, no code platforms out there. um, I'm gonna dive into the Microsoft side of things because that's the one I'm more familiar with. And now this can be implemented within healthcare as well. And you also have SUAS, who also said when you see LCNT, it means low code, no code. He said low code, no code platforms allow clinicians, administrators, and operational staff to co-design workflows while the organization's IT provides governance and guide rails. So now we are all developers. We now have the power. We don't have to um, go to school, take a boot camp to become a software developer before we create solutions that help us solve like minute problem. Because there are some problems that the IT department will say, oh, this is going to take 6 months. But this is a pinpoint to your department. You need maybe an approval workflow. You need maybe a confirmation application to solve little business problems that it's going to take the IT department so long to come to a solution for. So now, with low code, no code, the clinicians, the administrators, the operational staff have this with them and they can solve their problems. So as I said, I'm more familiar with the Microsoft side of things and there are other um, low code, no code platforms out there. So I'm gonna go over to the Microsoft side of things. And this is just maybe you can drop in the chat like within your organization, even your school, like maybe you're still doing a PhD, anyone like most of the time you have Microsoft 365 accounts. That's the regular business accounts where you get access to your Word, Excel. But then within the accounts, you don't realize you have access to, I'll say one, two, three, four. Uh, just get my pointer. You have access to one, two, three, four, maybe not Power Pages. You have access to all of this, but you don't know. And that's why I said it's more of an awareness issue as well, because low code, no code solves the problem, but are people aware that they can automate their processes without having to go meet the IT or meeting the management? They need to purchase extra software to help them solve their business challenges. So with just your regular Microsoft 365 account, you have these three tools to help solve and automate business problems. So I'm just going to touch on each one and try to explain what they do. So I believe the most popular here is Power BI, which we are all familiar, not all, but like a lot of people are familiar with. That's like the business intelligence aspect of things, where you try to get that data from different sources and then try to visualize it and have one better view on what's the business is doing. Are we making profits? Are we um, our inventory tracking? Are we using more resource than we should? Just the one bird eye view, trying to gather all your different data sources and viewing it. And the next one over here is like the power apps. So you don't have to wait for the tech team to develop a simple solution. Like you need inventory tracking application within your department. Within Power Apps, drag and drop, you can build an in-house application where different team members come, they use this, and it makes their life easy. You don't have to uh, be on the queue on the tech line as well, trying to get something like this done, which you can build yourself. And it has little to no barrier to entry. And I believe in this day and age where we have the AI, the Chat GPT, Claude, you can just ask them questions. Oh, I need to build this and this, and it's gonna give you step to step what to do within Power Apps. Also, automation as well, sending approval emails, reminders, moving documents from one folder to other, updating the status. All this can be automated or within Power Automate. And you have different connector. You can connect it to your Microsoft Excel, your Microsoft Word, different applications, and also the virtual agent. So maybe I'm the front desk person, and then some people always come ask me same set of questions every time. I can build a knowledge base. So anytime they come ask me the same question every time, which takes about 10, 15 minutes for me to reply them, I can just tell them to chat to my virtual agents. It sort of replaces me to do the mundane task and all these things. And all these are all present within, I'm going with the lowest now. I don't want to go into Azure and all the likes. Within Microsoft 365, you have access to all of these to automate simple, basic tasks. So, like within healthcare, how can we take all these little low code, no code tools and improve patient outcome? I'll say patient intake automation, you can streamline this, your scheduling as well, gathering the data, able to forecast because you need good data to forecast, and that's where like Power BI comes in as well. You can visualize all of this, see what is happening. You have like an operational dashboard. You are seeing things happening in real time. Your inventory tracking as well. You have like an application you built in house to know, oh, the needles are running low and all these things. And yeah, as I said, there are third party platforms for this. This is not going to come and like replace any of these things. So these are like pinpoint to like rural areas or areas where like the financial backing is not there. They can't afford to go purchase an inventory tracking third party application to do all of this. And all these things are being done manually. Within your Microsoft 365 accounts, you can create all of this in-house. And that's like the big game changer. And As I said, when all these are being automated, the patient also gets to see the physicians faster because the manual bottlenecks are being reduced, and now everyone is happy. There are no burnouts. The frontline staffs are not burnt out trying to do manual work because these things are automated, making life a lot easier. And yeah, the key takeaways I must say is like we are going into the world of AI. So, and I believe healthcare as well needs to be taken along in this journey as well. So, local technology, because I believe most people, when they hear the word AI, they'll be like, oh, like, where do I start from? How do I go in? And I believe if you don't want to start big, you can start low. Start with low code. Try to understand how you automate your different processes. And from there, you graduate into, okay, now I've automated my processes. How can I bring AI into this as well to make informed decisions on my workflow processes and all this as well? And you have inclusive innovations. As I said, anyone can do this. You don't need to have technical background to do this. And you have outcomes just from literature have shown you like 30% gain in your productivity trying to use these low code platforms to automate your day-to-day tasks. So yeah, that's the basic about this. And as I said, like my next level of research, it's personal. It's not like it's been funded. It's a personal research. Is try to find out these healthcare providers, how many people are actually using low code? What's the barrier to entry? Why are they not using it? Is it an awareness problem? Is it that people do not know that low code is there? Like, why is it not being like really, really used? So yeah, that will be like my next line of research. And thank you all for listening. And you can drop questions if you have any. Over to you, Amir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Emmanuel, for sharing. I did not know anything about the majority of those Microsoft Power Platform. So
Yeah.
anything I learned, thanks. So now we are open to question and answers. Does anyone have any questions for Emmanuel? If you have questions, you can put into the chat or you can turn on your microphone and ask directly from Emmanuel. But in the meantime, I have a quick question for you, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
So I think it is really good that frontline staff could have the ability to do things on their own, particularly, for example, in case of scheduling in the context of healthcare, if the health provider can do scheduling for their own patient, they do not want to rely on a booking clerk. I think that could actually facilitate things in many aspects, but it could also create conflicts of interest, right? So, what are actually your thoughts on that? Like, if one provider want to like more utilize the system to kind of like benefit more, I don't know if there's anything to talk about that aspect.
So yeah, scheduling is actually a very interesting thing when you start thinking of like, oh, building your own schedule, overbooking, and all these different things that come with scheduling. So for me, if I'm to build a scheduling platform using low code, the first thing will be like using Power Apps to actually build in the application. And also within Power Apps, it won't be in such a way that all the different physicians have their own different scheduling. It has to be like a uniformed app. So I can build an app and I can share access to everyone and also set what was it called? Um, the read write access basically. You can only update, you can only put in data, you can't update the time and all those things. So all those rules can be set also uh, within Power Apps and the likes. So not anyone can just go update the time, change the information of a particular appointment and causing mismatch in data, basically. So yeah,
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Um, so it seems we don't have any question for you. I just want to thank you very much, Manuel, for sharing your research and giving us your time to teach us something new. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much
Okay,
for having me.
of course.